Hello, good day. We are the Group 1 from BS Info for WAMAD 2, and this is our project title, The Development of Loan Transaction and Reservation System for RB Bike Shop. So the proponents are the following: Barao Adrian Z, Besmonte Daimesa Quincy D, and yours truly, Gavino Heaven Lester F, and lastly, Gutierrez Maxine Bernadette. So let us proceed to the introduction. So, technology is used to lessen the hassle of daily activities and to gain more time to spend on more important things. Many businesses that are starting out manage their business with a pencil and paper, but by using a system, the tasks that they need to do can be accomplished more efficiently. Even though it could mean that relying on technology will increase, and without the presence of it, a decline in productivity shall be noticed, but as time moves on, and so does technology. So according to Shaikh, in the year of 2021, he stated that in the past, business owners and other professionals relied on computers for word processing, data entry, records management, and dial-up connections. So another is Ahmed in the year of 2019, he stated that technological advances enable small businesses to work more efficiently in a number of different ways. So this makes the business more efficient and more competitive, and this results to success of business. So in simple words, this simply means that the invention of technology makes the work of people become more easier, and this makes them more productive. Businesses that use technology makes their work more efficient. So the project system that will be developed is a loan transaction system and reservation system, an online application that will convert manual loaning transactions and reservations into an automated system. It, it will be able to meet the customer's needs in loaning and reservations conveniently, and it will also improve their communication with the business. It provides an instant connection to customers that are applying for a loan or reservation. Next is the project context, which will be reported by the next reporter. Thank you.
So now let's talk about the project context. It goes without saying that a business without a system tends to fall short against businesses that use one. So our client, which is the RB Bike Shop, is a newly established bike shop that is still sticking to the traditional pencil and paper transactions, which is very hard to um, manage, and also when it is done, it can be prone to error since all of it is written in a paper, and also if a backup is needed, it is needed to copy in that paper and it will be time consuming. So we compared it um, to another shop, which is Toby Sports, that uses stone transaction system. So with the help of this, they are managing their business well, and also they have a storage or a system that helps them to store data from the customers they have. So for us, the researchers, we propose a system or a solution, which is to develop a system that helps in online transactions and also the reservations that the customer would like to make to the shop of RB Bike Shop. So that's it for our project objectives. Now let's move on to our project purpose. The purpose of the project is to give the shop technological aid in running the business, allowing the shop to be accessible to customers online and apply for loans and reservations without needing to go to the shop in person. So the main people that will benefit on this project are the following. So the owner employees that are serving the RB Bike Shop, and also the customers of Bike Shop in Alaminos, Laguna. Since they can have the system that they can use to communicate with each other and also to know which products the bike shop is available for loaning. And also it can help the owner and employees to know the risk of a customer in applying a loan.
Project objectives. The general objectives of this project is to create a system that will deal with the loan transaction and reservation for the RB Bike Shop in Alaminos, Laguna. The specific objectives of this project is to design a loan transaction and reservation system that deals with the customer's request for loan and reservations. Second is to develop a loan transaction and reservation system that has the following features. Letter A, the database, to store the information that will store customers' information and the other history of transaction with the shop. Letter B, the text messaging features to contact all the customers. Letter C, sorting customers' requests to make process of arranging all the customers' requests systematically. Letter D, the automatic text message to inform all the customers about their loan payments. Letter E, automatic schedule for customers to receive their items they loan. Letter F. Determine the risk of loan applicants to check the eligibility of the potential borrower against the criteria set forth for lending. Letter G. Paperless management of information to reduce manual processing and provide better security of information. Letter F. Update, manage, and delete information from the database. The third specific objectives of this project is to test the functionality and usability of the system. Fourth is to evaluate the system. And lastly is to document the system.
Scope and limitations. These are the scopes of the project system: organizing data, admin and super admin user, reservation applications, customer assistance, and loan assessment. Now, the limitations of the system are what follows. Time dependent, since every loan applications are evaluated one by one. And then online connection, because in order to access the system, the user must have an online connection. And last is that it only handles loan transactions and reservations only.
So let us now proceed to the chapter 2. But before we discuss the related studies and related literatures, let me give you some brief information about our client, which is the RB Bike Shop. So RB Bike Shop is a bike shop owned by Mr. Dennis Belda. It was established last July 2021. Before it became a RB Bike Shop, it was a small bike shop that was mostly focused on repairing bicycles and buying second-hand bikes that they restore and sell. The business later moved from that selling quality bikes that they get from a manufacturer that the owner became friends with. And because of that, it became more focused on selling bicycles, both road bikes and mountain bikes. So, at the start of the business, the client allowed trusted customer to avail loan. These customers were either friends of the family, maybe it will be a family of the owner, a friends of the employees, and because of that, the requirements that they needed for applying for loans were minimal. Now that businesses no longer accept loan because it is risky and very time consuming to evaluate the clients. Aside that, they have no dedicated system for storing information or handling customer requests because they are still starting out. They manage storing information by using pen and paper, which is very unsecured and is prone to succumb to the environment.
So these are our related literature. We gather a lot of related literature for our proposed project and to help researchers to gain and understand the particular topic and area of the studies. So these are the related literature topics that are connected to our proposed project, and it will give a big help to develop our system, including the following. So first is the bike shop, where we can get knowledge and information on how they deal in selling their products and how they process their transactions. Next is the loan, where the researchers can get ideas how to give an essential component of the financial system. Next is the machine learning. That is a subfield of artificial intelligence that used to perform complex tasks in manner similar to human problem solving. Next is the fuzzy logic, to help our system to produce clear output and uses the levels of input possibilities or potential outcomes between digital values true or false. Next is the web application that uses web browsers as a client to perform certain function of our system. Next is the API. That is a set of operations that developers can use and description of what they do. Next is the information system that will help to gather, store, and process data as well as to deliver knowledge, information, and digital goods. Next is the expert system to help the system employs data heuristic to address difficult decision-making issues. Next is the management information system, help to analyze the information and reports data to aid in management decision-making. Next is the decision support system that allows to improve decision making and problem solving and improve efficiency in dealing with the issues. Next is the executive information system to help provides key information gathered from the internal and external sources. Next is the transaction process system that provide an execution environment that ensures the integrity and availability and security of the data. Next is the group decision system that provides tools to facilitate planning and evaluating ideas. And lastly is the web-based information system that uses the internet to deliver information and services.
Development tools. These are the tools that help us in developing the project system. So the WAMP server helps us as a local host that we store database in. Visual Studio Code is the IDE that we use. We are very familiar with it, which is why this is what we chose to use. And the next is our hosting site, which is Netlify. Netlify is a hosting website, and we are familiar with Netlify, which is why we chose this to host our system. Packages is where we will be getting some machine learning repositories. And Composer is used in order to install those libraries from packages.
Now let's move on and talk about the studies that we found related on our project. So I will write all the explanations here or their key points because we have limited time of recording. So let's start. So the first one is a web-based loan management and inquiry system. So in this study, they designed a loan management and inquiry data that saves data in a web database and enables online modification to the web application. Then next we have design and implementation of a computerized loan management system for rejecting or approving loan requests using credit risk and evaluation. So in this study, a computerized loan management system was developed to handle the tremendous difficulties of the financial institutions encounter while they are making a loan. The next we have software-based management system for cash loan transactions. So in this project, they deal with the accurate computation of each and every datum entry, including financial figures. Then next, we have group decision support system using AHP, TOPSIS, and Borda methods for loan determination in cooperatives. So as stated on the title, the studies use some methodologies like the AHP, TOPSIS, and Borda to complete the decision, while the study we will be conducting will focus on fuzzy logic. Then next, we have fuzzy inference system for credit scoring using Boolean consistent fuzzy logic. So this study was to see which is more effective in implementing the fuzzy logic or to know which is more precise or accurate. The next we have towards a type 2 fuzzy logic based system for decision support to minimize financial default in banking sector. As explained in this paper, in order to reduce financial default, a novel genetic type 2 fuzzy logic model is used for decision support. Next, we have analyzing decision support for system for determining eligibility of home ownership loan using fuzzy Mandani logical method and technology acceptance in model in banking. So the use of Mandani fuzzy logic was shown in this study with the output taking the form of approved and rejected decision. Then next, we have machine learning techniques for credit risk evaluation, systematic literature review. So this study shows how machine learning can show the credit risk evaluation and showed techniques that can be used in machine learning evaluation. And next, we have accurate loan approval prediction based on machine learning approach. So this study compares the three learning algorithms, which are the logistic regression, decision tree, and the random forest. Then we have GBDT, SVM, Credit Risk Assessment Model and Empirical Analysis, peer-to-peer borrowers under consideration of audit information. So in this study, the loan requirements includes basic information, work information, credit information, asset information, loan information, and audit certification that they use to evaluate the borrowers. Then next we have system based on machine learning approach. So the study goal was to predict whether a new applicant granted a loan or not using the machine learning models. It focuses on this parameter, which is the historical data of the customer. And next we have machine learning, a revolution in risk management and compliance. So this study was increasingly looking to deploy machine learning approaches to manage and mine regulatory of reporting data of those borrowers. The next we have comparative analysis of machine learning models on loan risk analysis. So this study is about credit risk investigation and financial management. In this paper, they designed a model which takes loan data of the customer from a bank and they predict if they can give the credit or reject the client. The next we have Save and Loan Credit Information System based on web. So in this study, Pangcuran Hidap Credit Union also provides loan for its members. Since they have no system, they encountered errors due to the lack of accuracy of employees in processing a data. So they request to have a better system to process the loans. Then last for our related studies, a study on credit scoring modeling with different feature selection and machine learning approaches. So this study uses different evaluation metrics that are considered for analyzing performance of the models. An improvement in the credit scoring prediction has been shown in this paper, and it was done by these methods, which are the information gain ratio, and chi-square. So that's it for our related studies. Thank you for listening.
Project design. Figure 2 is all about project design of RB Bike Shop website. Figure 2 will show how the three users of the system interact with the system, which are the visitors, customers, and the administrators, through the use of web browsers. The administrators are the one who has all the access on the information given by the customers, while the visitors and the customers have the ability to view the services and information of RB Bike Shop as long as they are connected on the internet. All the information of the system will be directly stored in the database. Context diagram. The figure 3 is all about context diagram of RB Bike Shop website. It shows how the three participants will interact with the website: the admin, super admin, and the customers. The admin set by the system can see the following details such as the user reservation, active loan payer information, risk evaluation information, and list of loan applicants information. On the other hand, the super admin can also view the active loan payer information, risk evaluation info, reservation info, customers info, and lastly, the admin info. The super admin is the only one that can manipulate the system. He is the one who can grant the customer reservations and the one who make loan approval for all the customers. On the other side, super admin is the one who can create another admin, edit, and delete of all the existing admin set by the system. He can also add, update, and delete products information in the system, while the customers can submit the personal details and make request reservation and loan on the available item in the shop and make a transaction payment process, and in return the system can give customers access about user payments, user profile, and the products of the bike shop. Data flow diagram. Figure 4 will show you the data flow diagram of RB Bike Shop website. It shows that super admin is the one who can manipulate the system. Super admin can monitor clients wherein he can add another admin and delete and update information and extract reports that directly stored in database of the system. He is also the one who gives approval of the applicants of RB Bike Shop and check all the transaction and reservation of the clients. The admin roles is to collect all the detailed information given by the customers and gathered all the loan transaction and reservation records of all the clients of RB Bike Shop and report it all to super admin. While customers are the one who make a request transaction and reservation from the shop and complete all the application requirements that are needed. As a return, the RB Bike Shop loan transaction and reservation system will notice the customers if they are eligible to apply.
So let us now talk about the flowchart of the system. So this figure shows the step of process in sequential order in the proposed system. First, the user is required to submit or input the requirements in order to proceed to the next step. If the requirements are not enough or insufficient, the process will stop. If the requirements are sufficient, then it will continue to the next step, which is to submit loan and reservation application. After this step, the admin will review if either the customer will meet all the requirements regarding on what they have submitted on the system. If it not meets all the requirements, it will undergo in declining the application, or either the admin will request the customer or user to pen their application and request additional information or requirements. If customer submits another information that meet the requirements, the admin will check if it satisfies the submitted information. If not, then it will decline the application. If it meets all the requirements, it will undergo on the next step, which is to confirm application. In order to confirm application, the super admin will review or double check all the submitted requirements of the user or customer. If it fully met the requirements needed, then the system will approve the application. On the other hand, if it not meets the requirements needed by the system, then it will decline the application.
This is the ER diagram of our project system. So this ER diagram helped us know what kind of entities that we will be using, which is the stock, super admin, users, admin, customers, loan, and reservation. And it also helped us what kinds of entities are linked to each other and the actions that we will perform on those kinds of entities. Wireframe. The wireframe will help us know how the customers, the admins, and the super admin will navigate through the system. It will help us know the flow of how they will do certain things in the system. This is how they will be logging in. So if the user is a customer, they will need to verify their email when they sign up. This is the admin menu. This is all the customers that have made reservations. This will show to the admin all customers that have made loans. This will show the admin today's reservations. This will show the admin the late reservations made by customers. And this will show the admin the canceled reservations made by customers. This is how an admin can see the customer information. This is the loan applicants list where customers that have made loan requests. This is where admins can see the granted loan applicants or customers that have been given loans. This is where an admin will see the rejected loan applicants. This is the evaluation page where customers are evaluated whether they are given a loan or not. This is the customer side and the customer menu, and it shows the status of the ongoing requests made by the customer. This is the customer information page where the customer profile can be edited. This is the customer transactions where all the transactions of the customers can be seen. And this is the customer application page. This shows how a customer will apply for a loan or reservation. This is for the super admin. So this is where the super admin will do the admin editing. And this is how a super admin will create a new admin. And this is how a super admin can see the list of stocks for items that are available for loans and reservations.
So let us now proceed to the use case diagram. So in this figure, this shows how the super admin can use the proposed system. He or she can create an update an admin information, delete an admin, see risk percentage of loan applicants, view list of active loan paying customer, see history of customers, grant reservations, and loan approval. So next figure is the admin. So this shows how admin can use the proposed system. He or she can view list of loan applicants, view risk percentage of loan applicants, view list of active loan paying customers, view list of reservations, and view history of customers. Next is the use case diagram for customers. He or she can view products in RB Bike Shop, request for an item that is available for loan, request for an item that is available for reservation, and lastly, view their transaction history. So lastly is for the use case diagram for the visitors. He or she can know the services offered by the shop and get the information that they need. Thank you. Let us now talk about the project development. So this figure shows the modified waterfall model of our system. So every software development project must adhere to a set model or methodology for success. This is also to guarantee that the software we create is high quality, that it meets client requirements, that the project is finished on time, and that the code is maintainable. So our system undergoes on 6 phases. So the first phase is the requirements, next is design, next is the development, then testing, then deployment, and lastly, maintenance. Thank you.
Now let's talk about the testing and evaluation procedure that we will do in this project. So the first one of the testing procedure is the functionality testing. So functionality testing is done to ensure that the functions work as expected and also there are no defects and flaws on our web portal. So as you can see on the table 1, this will be the sample form that we will use in this part of the testing. Next is for browser testing. So this is done to ensure that the web portal or the website that we will be developing works on different kind of browsers, even on PC, Android phone, or iOS, since users have different kind of devices. So as you can see on the table 2, this is the form that we will be using. Then the software usability measurement inventory, or what we know as SUMI, is also part of the testing procedure. So we use it since our goal is to know what are the satisfaction in the end user point of view. And also, we are using this rating scale, which is the official rating scale of the SUMI. After that, after we extract all the answers of our respondents, we will know if our project has this aspect of user satisfaction. We have efficiency, effect, helpfulness, control, and learnability. Moving on for our project evaluation procedure. Again, we will be using the ISO ISC 25010, which is a standard for software quality. We choose this standard over all of the other standard because this is the one recommended if you are developing a website. So it will be evaluated by 13 non-IT respondents and 10 IT professionals. After that, we will know this following if our system has this kind of characteristics based on ISO IEC 25010, which are the functionality, performance, compatibility, usability, reliability, security, maintainability, and then lastly, portability. So this will be the numerical scale that we will use on our questionnaires. This is the official numerical scale of ISO ISC 25010. And that's it for our evaluation procedure. Thank you for listening. So this is our bibliography, which are the materials, books, and reference that we use for our studies. So that's it for our presentation. Thank you for listening.